All right, so moving on to the final segment, I'll be sharing my fight prediction for this weekend's fight taking place in the UFC between Leon Edwards and Colby Covington. So we will be seeing Leon Edwards. He will be defending his welterweight championship in the main event of UFC 296 against Colby Covington. This will be the final UFC pay-per-view card of the calendar year 2023. Now we'll be seeing Leon Edwards defend his title against Colby Covington in the main event of UFC 296. So my storylines heading into this fight, Leon Edwards will be making his second welterweight title defense. He's successfully retained the welterweight title earlier in the calendar year 2023 in the month of March when he fought Kamaru Usman and their trilogy, and he successfully retained his welterweight championship against Kamaru Usman, proving that in the second fight it was not a fluke, and he did it decisively, winning that fight by decision against Kamaru Usman in the trilogy in the third and final fight between the two respective fighters. So he showed the world that he is not a fluke champion. He is pound for pound one of the best fighters in the UFC today as the welterweight champion. Will he be able to retain his welterweight title against a hungry welterweight fighter in Colby Covington? We will see it Saturday night in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the T-Mobile Arena. Then you have Colby Covington. He comes into this fight with some ring rust. The last time he fought was back in March of 2022, and that was against George Masvidal. So he has not been in the ring all year long. 19 months in the making to Colby Covington's return to the welterweight division. The last time we saw him in the ring, he defeated George Masvidal, but he's already had two opportunities at the welterweight championship in the past. Both coming, and those two fights coming up short twice to Kamaru Usman when he was the welterweight champion. Now he gets a third opportunity at the welterweight championship when he fights Leon Edwards. Will a third time be a charm for Colby Covington to finally become a world champion in the welterweight division? We will find out on Saturday night. My tale of the tape for this fight: Leon Edwards, he has 21 wins. He has 3 losses to his resume. He has 7 knockout victories. He has 3 submission victories. He's the reigning defending welterweight champion in the UFC. He stands at 6'2" and has a reach advantage of 74 inches. And then you look at Colby Covington. Colby Covington has 17 wins, 3 losses to his resume. He has 3 knockout victories. He has 5 submission victories. Currently stands at 5'9" and has a reach advantage of 72 inches. So looking at this, Leon Edwards has a big, I think, advantage in the height department, being 6'2" to Colby Covington being 5'9". The reach advantage is just an inch off, but Leon Edwards still has the reach advantage at 74 inches compared to 72 inches. But with that being said, I think this is going to be a close competitive fight, but I'm going to go with Leon Edwards to win this fight by decision to successfully retain his welterweight championship against Colby Covington in the main event of UFC 296. I do believe it's going to come down to, if it comes down to striking, Leon Edwards is definitely going to be in his bag. He's definitely a significant striker than Colby Covington. He will be able to land significant shots, significant strike shots to slow down Colby Covington in this fight, especially if he lands some significant body shots, some body kicks to Colby Covington. That's definitely going to slow down his offensive game plan to be aggressive in this fight. And speaking of being aggressive, I do believe that Colby Covington will be aggressive in the earlier rounds, in round one and round 2. We could see Leon Edwards have to dig down deep to pull up the victory against Colby Covington, because I do believe he's going to be very aggressive in the early parts of this fight. I do believe he's going to be shooting for a lot of takedowns and bring the fight to Leon Edwards at a fast pace to get the fight for him to control the fight. But I do believe that Leon Edwards is levels above Colby Covington, and he can do things better than him, especially grappling. I do believe that Leon Edwards is a better grappler than Colby Covington as well. And at this point, Leon Edwards is pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world today, where he's in the prime of his career, at the peak of his career. And you're looking at Leon Edwards, I do believe that defeating Kamaru Usman twice is definitely going to help him and his advantage to beating Colby Covington. He's a much better fighter than what he was in the past. And you look at Colby Covington, he's coming off of a 19-month ring rust, has not been in the octagon for a total of 19 months. His last fight beating George Masvidal in March of 2022. I think the ring rust is definitely going to play a key factor in this fight. I like Leon Edwards getting the best of Colby Covington and winning this fight by decision to successfully retain his welterweight title at the main event at UFC 296. But that is my fight prediction between Leon Edwards and Colby Convington. That is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off. And I'll see you guys on next week's episode.